full of anger, or lust. And most of all, I'm full of Kuso, so let's go ahead and get ready for the reveal. So as it turns out, during the discussions today, we had a wonderful GM decide to step up and give us a game today. Absolutely wonderful. Because guess what? Our referee, the illustrious Cadus, has come and chosen the game for today. Yeah, we rarely have a referee pick, but that's what we've got today between Okami and Genie. So, what game could possibly be? CJ Elephant Antics. That's right. Remember, Recurring Nightmares brings back a game that we had before, and this was certainly a video game. I believe we will be having another commentator pop in to talk about elephants. Probably not right at this moment, but that's fine. You know, I'm excited to see what kind of elephant antics are going to be had today. Oh my gosh, this is not a good game, by the way. Oh, hello there, NPC.
Hey there, how are you doing?
Pretty dang great. You know, we've got CJ Elephant Antics today. They're going to be playing elephant video games. Do you like elephants, NPC?
I love elephants, just not in this capacity.
I'm not really an elephant lover personally. I think they're kind of weird.
Well, I mean, yeah, you do you.
No, seriously, like, they're large, they have really thick skin. They're kind of gross, like they don't even know how to bathe properly.
Well, I mean, do they need to bathe properly?
Yeah, otherwise they're smelly elephants. Do you want a smelly elephant coming in your living room sitting on the couch? No.
Well, okay.
Oh, so you do.
You
You do want a smelly elephant on your couch. Okay, well.
Well, it depends. Did he bring peanuts?
Sure. He brought peanuts.
Yay! Then he's all on board for staying here.
I love it. I love it so much.
Oh, yeah, people, I'm assuming they're giving out the NES version and not the Amiga.
That is correct. It will be NES. Okami going up against Genie.
There's a big difference.
I'm going to assume that one is better than the other.
Well, it's kind of like, what was the game? Castilian. Castilian is terrible on the S. It's playable on every other system.
Yeah, basically it is. I would agree with you there.
Because even the Acorn Archimedes that gave us Bunny Race, it is better on the Acorn Archimedes than the NES.
Wait, are you serious? Oh,
I am dead serious.
That's kind of amazing. I enjoy that little tidbit of information there. Well, don't worry too much, everybody. We're getting everything set up, looking beautiful, because, yeah, you do not want to miss the beauty that is CJ Elephant Antics for the Nintendo. Was this actually a licensed video game?
I'm trying to remember, because it was one of those things that was on the Quattro series.
Oh, of course it's the Quattro series. Why wouldn't it be?
I mean, it has such great games like the Dizzy series and Linus Spacehead.
You can't call that great. It's just... Oh my gosh. Yeah, I hate Dizzy, okay? Like, I prefer playing Linus Spacehead to Dizzy because I don't want to play as a stupid, ugly egg.
I'd rather play Linus and well, no, do I want to play Disney? Disney has some good stuff in it. It's just that it's very easy to die alongside Linus Spacehead.
Yeah, I prefer playing Linus Spacehead to Dizzy, personally. Because Dizzy's a dumb egg.
I'm trying to find the manual for CJ.
You know, I don't know where it is. So, NPC, you've been playing in the tournament, right?
Nah, I haven't.
Wow.
Yeah, I have been.
You know, I'm not even going to talk to you anymore. Freaking sarcasm over here. Sarcasm, boy. You know, I'm wondering, because you've actually had a lot of matches so far, a lot of games that you've discovered, some of it full of love, some of it full of anger. What has been your favorite game so far that you've gotten in the tournament?
In Kusogr4nde 4 or Kusogr4nde in general?
Let's do in general.
Okay, let me go through my list. I always find it funny that how low is it? Sword of Sudan, a game that I wasn't even given in Kusogr4nde, is actually one of the greatest games that I've played from Kusogr4nde, but not given to me in
Okay.
Kusogr4nde. Let's see.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, I have given a lot of games that I love that other people may or may not love. And I know that some have made you genuinely angry, and it kind of makes me happy when that happens. Like, it's not just me this time.
Let's see. Mort the Chicken was good. Mort the Chicken actually was really good. Oh, Alf! Alf was a great game.
Alf was so good. Alf. Yeah, I would agree with that.
And believe it or not, there's actually been new speed tech in Alf.
So I've heard. Heard it through the grapevine. Maybe heard it from a few actual literal grapes.
Meta Speech is also another game that I have enjoyed playing.
Is that one that you got in Kusogr4nde?
Yeah, that was the one where I soft locked 27 minutes into it and yet somehow still won.
Oh yeah, that one.
That evil game.
Oh, it's not that evil. In fact, it was made by people who made Bible Adventures, so it can't be evil.
Oh yeah, Color Dreams made a ton of great games.
Only the best.
Now look at these wonderful colors.
So everybody, we do have an elephant game today. What else appears that might be appropriate for them to spam as emotes?
There are frogs, there are bombs, there's soda. They will want the soda, actually.
Okay.
Other stuff is there.
Spam those bombs, elephants, soda, umbrellas if you have them. Other stuff. Spam away because we are doing the countdown right now. This is the first match of the day. Good old Kusogr4nde. This is the only match of the day, actually.
I was going to say, I thought there was only one game today. There's 2 games tomorrow.
Yep. So here we go. Ooh, I'm seeing those beautiful emotes. Thank you, everybody, for the spam. It's always nice for a little while. So, here's the deal.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I just saw Okami just die, and I was thoroughly amused.
I mean, we're going to have a lot of death in this game. I'm not lying.
Yeah, the hitboxes on these spikes aren't very forgiving.
Yeah. Not only that... Oh, I'm just trying to remember. Justin played this game back in the day. So one thing that you'll notice, there are no hit points. Essentially, it's a one-hit kill with everything that you touch. And you've... How many lives do you start with? 9?
You start out with 9 lives. So you have a healthy amount of lives to get through the game with. But, yeah, it's gonna be a very tough thing to do.
Yeah. Not only that, but it really doesn't look like iframes are much of a thing.
No, you get plenty of iframes. It's just that, yeah, you really... I see right now that Genie is really hoping to try and make more progress through iframes, and...
The death boost onto the platform for Okami. And it counted.
Yeah,
Okami must be streaming at 30 frames per second because we cannot see the iframes flashing.
Yeah. I just noticed that myself. But yeah, you get a good amount of iframes. You just really don't want to die. You want to try and get through this as much as you can. And I heard your gasp, and I'm assuming that was for Okami.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. One of the things that Okami just did was he got bombs, and you want to have as many bombs because they are... I hate to say the bomb just because it's a bad pun, but they do a lot more damage than your regular peanut that you shoot out. Because your bomb does a lot of damage, while your peanut just does a point of damage.
Yeah.
And so Kami's on this first boss, which I'm assuming is the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Because
this boss!
Yeah, the story of this game is that CJ was, I think, kidnapped, and now he's trying to get back home to Africa. And so now he's in the first level, which is Paris. And it seems like Okami pretty much has the rhythm down for this boss.
I'm actually really surprised that both of the players made it to the boss their first attempt.
Yeah, well, as you can see, Genie is already game overed.
But still, Okami isn't. The boss is down.
And Okami has beaten the first boss.
I'm still gonna say I'm a little bit shocked, but, you know, this second level is not trivial at all.
No, and all the spike jumps just get worse each level. Luckily, there are no ice physics in this game.
Oh, thank goodness.
But you have to kind of tread carefully and you know, explore the landscape as much as you can in this game, because sometimes you have to make blind jumps.
Actually, chat has a really good question. Do points give you any lives in this, or is it just that? Are there any extra lives to get at all?
Nope.
Well, that's fair.
Yep, 9 lives. That's it. Ooh! Genie just got a soda can, which lets you move much, much faster. And in certain parts of this game, you can skip a ton of stuff.
Yeah, I could see that. This cloud, by the way, is being an absolute patootie. Ooh!
Yeah, you generally have to use a bomb to take those out. Although I haven't really seen a bunch of bomb usage.
Okami just killed a child. That's not very nice. It's true, NPC. That's not a laughing matter. Okay, kind of is. Yeah.
What if that was Baby Boomer and CJ just killed Baby Boomer?
I don't know. Would I feel any pity? Nah. Baby Boomer's dumb. Should have just stayed home, stupid baby.
But yeah, I also see that there are kind of branching paths, but they will lead to the same place. It's like
Okami is with the worst jumps imaginable in video game history.
Yeah, you can't really do a running jump. You just have to try to get to the edge and jump across.
How did he get through it?
He's just that good, apparently.
Apparently.
But he took a snowball to the dome, so that's not going to help matters.
And, like, 2 lives left. Yeah, he's...
Oh no, jump back on that, Okami, or else you're going to waste a cycle.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you have to go up and back once, and then... Yep, there we go.
I love it. Well, I mean, of course. Why would this be a fair video game, huh?
It just takes a ton of practice.
Genie fighting the Hunchback, trying to use bombs during the fight. I'm not sure if, like, it kind of is working.
Well, there's actually a cheese threat you can do on this boss. What you can do is jump to the other side and then fight him from behind.
Oh, yeah.
You can't shoot behind you.
Okay, lots of points to be gathered by Genie and moving on to the next stage. Unfortunately, Gene got no bombs from the bonus there.
Yeah, you want to try and collect as many bombs as you can.
I don't know if I saw any bombs. Oh, these blind jumps are so unfair.
Well, that's why you jump on each platform just to be safe.
Oh, I see, NPC.
There's a certain strategy to trying to play this game blind.
Oh yeah, I would probably agree with you. So, wait, you've played this game, right?
Yeah, I've beaten this.
You've beaten it. When did you first play this?
Was it about 3 or 4 years ago? I played it a while ago. I was doing this for a podcast, and I was just like, sure, I'll play this game. And I have played a ton of games out of sheer stupidity, so...
What podcast has CJ Elephant Antics?
One that was trying to go through every NES game that existed.
Including the ones not released in the US?
Yep.
And bootlegs?
I don't know if there are as many bootlegs, but that's the reason why I speedrun Tag and Dragon.
Oh, and I like Tag and Dragon.
It just doesn't like me back.
Well, it doesn't like anybody back.
I'm sure Justin loves Tag and Dragon.
No, we don't... I'm not allowed to say that name in this house.
I don't know why.
Okay. Oh. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying it has great hitboxes, so I don't know why you would think that's a terrible game.
The hitboxes are special. They're definitely there. But yeah, that was again. Which company made it? I don't believe.
Tag and Dragon?
Was it Satchin?
Yeah, that was Satchin. Released by Bunch Games.
Oh, good old Bunch Games. Yeah, the thing is, like, there are a lot of things that many of these games share because the same developers, in a way, helped out with this. However, this is a Codemasters game, and Okami found the cheese strat.
Yep, and I don't know why he stopped attacking. Unless I'm just not seeing him attack. But yeah, that's you know, that's a legitimate way to play the level.
No, Okami was typing in Discord, ha 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 ha.
It's a strat, what can I say? He can laugh all he wants to, but that's how I beat the boss.
I'm not gonna tell him that it's the strat, though. Like, he's fighting, he's dealing damage. Yeah, that's definitely gonna make the boss trivial.
There's yeah, that's probably the easiest boss to beat in this game. There was some I was going to say, but yeah, poor Genie just doesn't know the strat yet. I don't know if they will or not.
So wait, from what I see, this is another game that came in a 4-in-1 pack.
Yeah, this is a Quattro Adventure, I think.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
The
Quattro.
same
No,
one-
Quattro Arcade.
Arcade? My bad. This has a Linus Spacehead, I think.
No, it's got F-16 Renegade, CJ Elephant Antics, Go Dizzy Go, and Stunt Buggies.
What the frick? Let me look up my friggin' version. I feel like an idiot now. Why did you have me commentate when I don't know anything about this game?
But wait, Cadus is apparently saying Linus. I don't know. I'm confused. Oh
Yes.
yeah, I do think Adventure had Robin Hood. Yeah.
Ah, so I was thinking of a version of Quattro, just thinking of the wrong version of Quattro.
Indeed. Oh, Genie! The cloud got you. So one thing that people may have noticed there is that when you jump, if you're holding jump, you will automatically jump as soon as you land. And that makes for platforming to be a little bit tricky because a lot of people have the tendency to think if you hold jump, it will make you go higher. If you don't hold jump, you get a lower jump. That's not true with this game. So honestly, just tapping jump and getting used to the jump tap is extremely helpful. It looks like both Okami and Genie have the running shoes, which will help quite a bit getting through this level, getting past some of the obstacles. But remember, as soon as you die once, you lose them, so gotta make the most out of them.
Yeah, this is such a great game. They actually do it a lot better than the, there we go.
Well,
I don't know.
I think we had it in group stages one time, and understandably, people had some big struggles with this game. It's incredibly difficult.
Oh, yeah, this was the first game I ever gave out in Kusogr4nde.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah. You know, gotta start out well. Oh, now Okami's going up against the second level boss.
Very nice. Now, Okami and Genie are actually relatively close to the end of the tournament. You know, they are both strong players. We shouldn't be surprised that they are doing well at this point. Will they be able to beat this game? Probably not. But, you know, whoever makes the most progress is going to be the victor. The loser will be eliminated from the tournament. I'd say that with platformers, you know, a lot of the times you want to just learn what the basic rules are going to be. You know, how many continues you have, if any, how many lives you have, how much damage you can take, if any, and then adapt. For this, since you do not have any continues at all, going slower and methodically, making sure that you take the lowest number of deaths possible is going to be helpful, especially in the later playthroughs, you know.
Oh, we're now at Egypt.
Yay, Egypt! Did we even see this during the group match?
I think we saw a little bit, but not a lot. But with Okami playing, I'm sure we're gonna get a bunch of words coming from Okami in a little bit.
This is an amazing playthrough. You know, Okami is a newcomer to Kusogr4nde and has been blowing my expectations away. You know, you never know who is going to be great at these random games that they've never played or even seen before. Yeah, this part looks a little tricky.
This is stupid. You have to kind of jump early and hope. There we go.
There we go. That was a better jump.
What's bad about platforms? What are they?
What a good video game.
And
No.
it just jumped off.
Like I say, if you hold jump, you're going to automatically jump again. They just have to get used to that, and it's so different from the norm that it takes a lot of work to get used to it. Okay, hey, by the way, I do have the lore for this game, if you want to hear it.
Sure.
CJ's elephant antics have landed him in big trouble this time. Out exploring the jungle far from home, he stumbled into an elephant trap, and now he was being flown to a zoo. By the way, I want you to know it says now and then was. And now he was being flown to a zoo, destined to spend the rest of his life in captivity. But as the plane flew through some bad turbulence, CJ's cage shook and flew open. "Wow!" shouted CJ. "What a break! Adios, zookeeper dudes, I'm out of here!" Grabbing a nearby umbrella, he dashed for the exit and jumped out. Using his umbrella as a makeshift parachute, he floated gently down to the ground. Yeah, I'm sure an umbrella would do anything with an elephant attached to it. One look at the famous Eiffel Tower was enough to tell him he was far, far away from his folks back home. "Great jumping jumbos!" CJ exclaimed. "I've touched down in Paris!" So CJ started out on his fantastic journey home through the city of Paris, across the mountains of Switzerland, exploring the Great Pyramids of Egypt, and then into the jungle deep in the heart of Africa. So is that where CJ's from?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But one thing about the jumps in Africa is that the spikes, you can actually on the spikes and make the jump. It just doesn't look like you can do that. So I haven't lost life on those spikes, but they're a lot less intimidating.
Oh, jeez. Ugh. Like, some of these jumps are just so tight that Okami is having to make.
Well, it's funny because he basically did the roundabout way of going through that area, because when you go up from that little pick the right spot area, you can just go straight right into the next area. Instead, you just walk all the way up and all the way around.
I mean, to be fair, that's understandable, you know?
Yep, I know.
Oh no, the mummy! The mummy just killed Okami, which mummies are wont to do.
So now we're going to see if he can figure out walking through certain sections.
So this is actually pretty cool. For this game, you can play two-player at the same time.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, one controls red CJ and the other one controls blue CJ. Doesn't look very blue, looks more gray to me, but I don't know.
I'm thinking they're talking about the shirts.
Yes. It looks gray. Well, I'm kind of colorblind too, so...
Oh, well, yeah, it's red.
No, the blue one. Is it blue or is it gray? Oh no, Okami. Let's see if Okami's internet can come back. I'll let them know. Okay, it looks like Okami is already aware of internet issues. We'll go ahead and let him hopefully get through this and get it working again. So, I'm still absolutely shocked at how the players are doing at this point, just because it's an incredibly difficult game here. How many levels are there? Are there only the 4?
There are only 4. I'm kind of curious to see if Okami's going to figure out how to beat this next boss. Because he's very easy once you know what to do. Oh, wait a sec. He's coming up on the fun part.
Uh-oh.
Yep, death pits everywhere.
Why?
Because this game is just that mean.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, there we go. I mean, like blind jumps, you know, everybody's favorite. Is there any way to scroll the screen?
Nope.
Yeah, can't really do anything about that then. Okami is on his last life at this point. We'll have to see how he's able to do. Genie onto the snowman. I like the snowman's hair, okay? It's classy. Nice, bright red.
You like that mohawk?
Yeah. If I had red hair, I'd rock a mohawk like that at least
Oh
once.
no! Okami fell into the...
What? Oh,
He
no.
He chose the wrong path.
Oh, I hate when that happens, you know? Fair video games and everything. Okay, Genie trying to collect enough items. It looks like he did manage to get a good number of bombs, so on to Egypt as well. Yeah, both of the players have made it to Egypt. This is mind-blowing.
Well, I mean, we're this far into Kusogr4nde, so we have definitely some good blind players coming through here.
I do have to ask you, though, do you expect either of the players being able to finish the game?
It would be interesting to see it happen. I don't know if that's going to happen just because the final level is a complete pile of butts.
Okay.
And, I mean, super tight jumps all throughout, a couple of, you know, stupid mazes to go along with it. Yeah, it's just, I don't think anybody's going to beat it. Plus, the final boss is at least 99 seconds.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Wait, really?
Yeah, because you have to last throughout a volcano for 99 seconds, and when you do that, you beat the game.
That's amazing.
I would love to see it, though. I would be incredible. Oh, I see that Kami's resetting. Wants to save all of those lives.
So, from what I can see, this was published by Codemasters, but actually published by a group named Genesis Software. Or they developed it. It was published by Codemasters. Genesis Software specifically made a handful of other games, another CJ game called CJ in the USA, Spike in Transylvania, as well as Nobby the Aardvark, which I have no idea what that is. Good old Nobby.
What in the heck is that? I did know there was a second CJ game, and I have not played it. I'd be curious to play it. Oh, that's interesting. That's a little bit of speed tech right there.
What happened?
Genie died jumping through the floor and hitting an enemy, and the enemy just pushed him up and spawned him on the next floor. Yeah, and it feels like Okami is just restarting because he wants all 9 lives for the later levels. He just does not trust anything.
Yeah, that would definitely be probably a good idea, conserving lives. Not... like, you have to give yourself permission to make a couple of mistakes, but if it's an early death, yeah, resetting makes sense to me.
I know, it's just that... I'm just thinking that it would be fine if it was like at the 45-minute mark, but I would still just want to continue making as much progress as I could.
Okay.
But that's just my personal, you know, feeling about it.
Yeah. I'm wondering a little bit about the spikes as well. If you touch them from the side, do you die?
It's mainly if you fall on them.
Okay.
Because, yeah, your head can hit them.
Also, good question from chat. Is the umbrella auto?
Yep. After you fall a certain distance, CJ breaks out the umbrella.
So as it turns out, for the other CJ game, there is not an NES port, which means that it might actually just be a... oh, he's really ugly, but other than that, it might be a somewhat decent game.
Yeah, I'd be curious. I would play it. I don't remember what system it's on now.
Well, there's also a DOS port, so don't worry, you can play it. Amiga is what most of the pictures show, though.
Yeah, Amiga has all those great graphics.
Mind you, it seems like most places don't even talk about this coming out for the NES. Big surprise.
Yeah, Codemasters. Oh, I'm kind of curious to see if Gene Genie's going to fall for the... Oh, well, he's going to fall.
Oh no, don't fall!
I was going to say fall for the same trap that Okami did. So now I'm just kind of waiting in anticipation of what's going to happen. So, Gene Genie is curious about what they're supposed to do.
Okay.
So, I'm assuming they're just now putting together, hey, you can actually walk through that a little bit. Yep, and
Yeah.
they figured it out. So, will they choose poorly? No!
Ooh.
Not-
There goes Gene Genie. I'm sure that's got to be a little bit frustrating, but honestly, we're close to a tie between the two players. Like, both of them have made a significant amount of progress through Egypt, and trust me, Egypt's huge. It's a whole country.
Yeah, they're getting closer and closer to the boss, so I would like to see what their I can't even word today. What the heck's wrong with me?
I don't know. So, from what I'm seeing as well, is that while this was originally made by another company, Genesis, Quattro Arcade used, Codemasters programmer to put things together, which is probably why you get the very Linus Spacehead style of jump with CJ. You know, they were using their own physics and such. They did have a couple of the people who worked on the original game who contributed to this. I believe with the music, Ash Hogg was one of those.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious because I know that Codemasters musics mostly all sound the same. Or at least it sounds the same to me.
The person who did the music for this, by the way, was also the programmer for Sneak King.
What?
I'm not even kidding you. Yeah, the person who did the music for this did Dizzy, Nobby the Aardvark, I think maybe a handful of other games.
Huh. Apparently Okami got an extra life and I just didn't know it.
Maybe it was a 20,000 then.
I don't know what the flip gives you an extra life. Because I just never got extra lives, so I just, assumed there weren't any. But I guess that's what I get for assuming.
One of these, the person who did the audio for this, by the way, their latest credit was in 2018 for the video game Fe, specifically for Unity support. So that person may actually be one of those who helps out specifically with the Unity platform, which is pretty cool. Or the Unity development system.
Well, Okami is back at Mohawk Snowman.
He's a cute snowman, okay? I guess I just like red hair. Slap
But
red
that
hair
makes-
on it, automatically cuter.
So, wait a sec. In that lore that you were reading, he goes from Paris to snow to Egypt? Where is there snow along the way?
It's complicated. I don't know. Fine, I'll go ahead and open it up again. It might have been through Switzerland. Yeah. I closed it, okay? I closed it because I didn't want to let you know the truth.
You just didn't want to find out there are good things about elephants. Because you don't
Yeah,
allow one
the
to stay over.
mountains of Switzerland. I mean, yeah, some people were able to use elephants throughout Switzerland. They did pretty good.
Where?
Like,
Where's that in my history book?
where was it? Mongolia? The Mongolian army, I believe?
Look at those Swiss penguins.
Actually, yeah, what the crap? Why are there penguins in Switzerland? Why is there an elephant in Switzerland? I don't know. Why are there girls with pigtails in Switzerland? Actually, that one's a lot more common. They also pop if you shoot them with peanuts. It's the allergies, man. The allergies. Everybody in Switzerland is allergic to peanuts.
Alongside going fast, the Coke allows you to shoot at a much faster rate.
Oh, that's nice. Gene Genie wanted the soda. Unfortunately, died to get it. Yeah, is anybody here from Switzerland? Can you confirm if everybody there's allergic to peanuts? Because that would help with this stream. One of the programmers for Call of Duty Black Ops was also the programmer for this game. Oh, how about the game Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, you know? That was a high-quality video game that we saw. Was it the one at AGDQ? It was.
Yeah, I was about to say, I remember that.
Oh, that was a classic. Absolutely amazing. But you know what? It's kind of cool to see that some of the people who worked on this, you know, at least worked until the mid 10s, I guess. Like, until a year or 2 or 3 ago, you know, it's pretty cool. One of the artists for Disney, Epic Mickey 2, The Power of Two, was the person who made the title screen for this game.
Holy crap, Gene Genie got a bunch of bombs.
Heck yeah, 55 bombs?
That's gonna help.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's kind of cool just seeing all of these games on people's history. Most of them are not good, but at the same time, you know.
Yeah, I remember when I was looking up the history for Cybergenic Ranger, there really wasn't much to anything that anybody did after that game.
How about the studio director for Forza, for the whole Forza series? Gavin Rayburn was that person, and he did the arrangement for the music here.
Huh.
So I bet that he actually took Ashley Hogg's music, and did the arrangement. Yeah. Worked on Dirt, Grid, many of the other racers that are out there. It's kind of impressive. Oh, the designer for Commodore 64 Terminator. I actually am not familiar with that one, but that's a little bit scary.
Okay, Okami is back to where they were originally. Hopefully they remember to not go down the one path because it's an instant death. It's like, this is where you start losing all your lives, and when they get to the next level, they will lose it really quickly, trying to make their next jump.
I'm a little bit stressed out, like, Okami is going a little bit slow, but that rock!
No! Okami knew what they had to do, but that rock just sniped him.
The thing is, Gene Genie is really making a good amount of progress right now, getting back into it. He's managed to get to the point where he can just blast through the early levels and get to the later ones super quickly. But yeah, we have less than half an hour left, like 25 minutes. That still is going to be enough time for them to get to level 4. I would love to see that today.
Yeah, I think we have like at least we have 2 playthroughs still left of this.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I'm hoping that Genie gets one more good push just to figure out the traps on the rest of this level.
Yeah, that would be good to figure those out.
Yeah, go down, Genie. There's nothing's gonna hurt you.
Are you sure?
Well, they destroyed it. So now, does Genie remember that it's the 3rd that they need? Yes, they do. Oh, they might see a lead change. Genie just needs to figure out how to... Uh-oh. I was about to say, don't get on that platform. That thing will destroy you. Yeah, I was about to say, that bomb's not gonna... Okay, let's see how Genie handles this next area. Because he has to figure out that you do not go to the very left to fall down. Like he's about to do. And...
Ooh. No, Genie, no! Yeah, go right. Go right. You know what? With 3 lives left, this is actually going to put Genie in the lead.
Yep, there's the lead right there.
Very small lead change, but it's a change nonetheless.
We'll see if Genie can figure out the boss, because... you just need to keep holding right. Don't hesitate. Don't hesitate, Genie. And you're gonna die.
What the crap? Freaking Pharaoh just suplexed Genie, and that is a game over. That's fine. The thing is, Genie still made more progress, and considering all of the crap that is in Stage 3, like, you're just going to die a whole bunch. You have to expect that. So, you know, Genie still made steady progress, and now knows some of the crap. But the problem is remembering.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, is that you need to remember how everything is. And Genie died really early. I would be resetting at that point.
Some people do reset, some people don't. I agree with the idea of resetting this early on, but I don't know. If Genie's fairly confident, then I guess don't worry about it too much.
Yeah, they'll get that one up that's apparently at 20k.
Oh yeah.
And put it back to 9 lives. But if they take another death, I think it would be smart to reset.
You're probably right, yeah.
1 death's not a big deal, but 2, yeah, that might be pushing it.
Don't die!
But yeah, what I do like seeing them do is using their bombs, because they know it's just way more valuable and saves time to use bombs as opposed to shoot peanuts from your nose.
Yeah.
Wow, I was surprised that Genie didn't die from that.
You know what I'm surprised about? I can't find any, like, game FAQs reviews for this game. Everybody, there is a whole opening for you to make a mark on video game history by reviewing Quattro Arcade, and specifically CJ's Elephant Antics. Oh no! Okami! Don't die to water! Elephants can drink it, why would you die? Get out of the water! Nine, as far as I can tell, 9 is the max for lives, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I can't say for sure if there is, if you can get an extra 10th life, or if it's, I just don't remember if it's possible or not. So I apologize that I'm not that up on my CJ Elephant Antics knowledge.
Shame on you.
I just went through it one time, and I used save states, so I really wasn't proving to be the best gamer. I was just trying to remember the routes. Because I know we have 2 good people, and if they got the level 4, I would have to remember how to play that level. And then I played that level and died.
You know, I'm taking a look for reviews because there are reviews for other versions of this game, and they're pretty much all stellar. People love the other versions of this game.
Yeah, no, the other versions of this game.
Oh, yeah. One review was essentially saying it was the best Commodore 64 budget game we've seen for years and should kickstart a series to rival the Spectrum's Dizzy Mania.
Oh, that Dizzy Mania.
Everybody's fallen over for Dizzy. Well, the thing is, like, I'm seeing people list it for Commodore 64. It was £3. That's how much it's sold for.
3 squids?
No, quid.
Broke well?
No, shut up. That for U.S. money, that's about $4. So, honestly, compared to games that came out in the US, you know, NES games, you were looking at $60. This came out for like $4. Yes, it was for the Commodore 64 and the Spectrum, but that's really not that bad. Might have been $5. Yeah, $5 whole bucks.
And as Karo Z is saying in chat, yeah, the Dizzy games sold a lot in the UK. They were, you know, fairly well known and liked over there.
I mean, good for them. You know, here's the deal. I make fun of Dizzy a lot. I talk about them, and but it's because I played the NES versions. I really haven't tried any of the other versions. And I'm not the biggest fan of that egg. Now, the other versions were actually much better than the NES version. I like, the controls really make this pretty difficult. Cadus beat Treasure Island Dizzy as a kid. That's kind of terrifying.
I've beaten a Dizzy game.
Which one?
That's the issue. I can't remember which one. I just know that I've beaten one. I just know there was one that had some insane moon logic in it, and I just never understood what people found in that game to make it so enjoyable.
Treasure Island Dizzy was the one-hit game over. Okay. Oh no, Genie, you just got stomped on!
No, that was actually, I could see, kind of intentional, because if you can stay inside his hitbox with the iframes and spam bombs.
Oh, yeah.
And so that'll kill the boss rather quickly.
That's pretty reasonable then. Wait, do you have the speedrun for this?
No, I do not, because the one thing that makes me never want to speedrun this is being reliant on getting those Coke cans. And you just can't be. It's just really hard.
It's not Coca-Cola, it's whatever they call it in the UK. Actually, they probably still call it Coca-Cola. Maybe it's actually like canned tea that you pick up. I'm sure that they love iced tea.
I don't know what they drink.
They don't drink iced tea, let me tell you.
So I'm trying to see where everybody's kind of at right now. It's like, Genie is a little bit into level 3, and
Ooh, another death right there. Like, Genie does not have many lives to go with. I'm a little bit stressed.
It's really hard because I really want them to make one. They've got one more push on this, and I just think it's imperative that they get the have more lives to get through this, and experiment more with.
Oh yeah.
Boss here, which I don't think they're going to get to do.
Oh, hopefully they do. By the way, I was just remembering a story about iced tea. Because here's the deal. Iced tea is pretty taboo here in Utah. Mormons don't drink tea. So when I was back in Boy Scouts, one of my friends brought this IBC cream soda, which was freaking fantastic. It tastes so good. But there were these kids, like, I don't know, 9, 10 years old at this Boy Scout camp that were just harassing us. And they're like, let us drink some. And we're like, no, it's ours. And they're like, oh, well, it's beer then. We know it's beer. So, you should... Or no. We were trying to convince them it was beer. We're like, yeah, it's beer. Don't... it's not for you kids. And they're like, well, if it is, let us try some. And we're like, no, we're not going to let you try some, you stupid kids. And then because it was a week long, we got to thinking, maybe we should do something. So what we did was we took some of the iced tea, filled up one of the empty bottles. It vaguely is the same color, but we gave it to them. And we're like, oh, okay, yeah, I guess we'll let you try. It's beer. And they're like, yeah, sure it is. We got some of your cream soda. They took a sip. They're like, it really is beer. And then they kept drinking a little bit more, just a little bit, and started getting all giggly. And we're just sitting there laughing, and we're like, psych, children, it's not beer, it's iced tea. And they're like, you made us break the rules. You made us essentially sin. And they went and told their mother, and their mother's like, shut up. Stupid kids. Yeah, because iced tea is worse than beer. Oh. It was
Tommy
hilarious.
just beat the boss at level 3. I just had to share because we're going to get the fun of level 4.
Oh, no. This is pretty hideous. So, good job. Okami is definitely in the lead. On to Africa.
Get ready to die on those spikes. Yep, there we go. Death spikes. Enjoy those hitboxes.
Oh, no! Why? Is that a pixel-perfect jump to get over those?
It is pretty much a pixel-perfect jump to get over those. And this level is littered with those spikes.
Oh, no. Okay, Okami. Oh! There we go. Nope. Elephant toes, extremely fragile.
Yeah, basically the spikes are pretty bogus on that level. Okay, so now we basically have one more run for both of them. So Genie really needs to pick up the pace because there's not going to be much time to get to the boss and then have to fight him. If you knew the strat for the first boss, you could easily pick up like a minute, I'm sure. Rosentia?
Sorry, I got distracted with the conversation that was happening in chat. Just wanted to throw my thoughts in there, but that's okay. We're back to Paris. This is definitely a good... Oh, I just realized why there are snails. Escargot.
Escargot, yeah.
Yeah. And frogs for frog legs. Oh my gosh. Seriously, all the developers thought about this was, what weird things do French people eat? And we're gonna make those enemies.
Yeah, this kind of There's a few stereotypes in it. Just a few.
I do like the police officers, though. Like, it makes me think of the old school Pink Panther movies with Inspector Clouseau. Do French people eat poodles? I don't know. I've never been to France. You tell me.
Well, luckily he has the Coke can power-up that allows him to shoot a lot faster, so that'll make up for some, no, don't die!
Death happens. Especially to elephants who are out of Africa.
You don't like Africa and elephants, do you?
Well, it's an African elephant, you can tell, because it's a frickin' elephant. Yeah, I think Okami and Genie realize this is essentially their final push. They've got to do well, and they've got to make progress quickly. We've got less than 10 minutes left.
We have like 8 minutes, don't we, or something like that?
We're just about down to 8 minutes, yeah. And that's definitely an Asian elephant. Then why is he returning to Africa? Is he just dumb? He's like, oh, I'm going to Africa because that's where elephants are from. And then his mother's like, I'm never going to see my child again because he's a moron. I think that's what happened, yeah.
Is that, more Utah facts?
Yeah, turns out Asian elephants are really dumb.
Wow, Genie is getting all of the pop right now. That is gonna super help.
But, like, do they stack? Do you get pop sack?
No, they don't stack, but it's gonna guarantee that he goes fast.
Wow, apparently it's pretty much canon by Nightbot that elephants are dumb. So, yeah, that's a Kusogr4nde canon fact for you. Elephants are dumb. Yeah, Nightbot is definitely canon when it comes to Kusogr4nde.
Now when you hear cannons, I'm just thinking of some, classical composers.
Does Switzerland eat penguins? Is that why there are penguins in this level? I'm just gonna assume yes.
Wow, Genie just... Man, now I want to speedrun this game because Genie just taught me something very valuable about that boss, and I think that's super awesome.
Basically, the death abuse.
Death abuse, yeah.
Yeah, it's a really good strategy, not gonna lie.
And that saves him a bucket load of time to try to get through Africa now.
Could be a boatload. That would be fine.
Yeah, come on, make these jumps. You need to make these jumps count. Not that I am rooting for one person or the other. I'm just saying.
No, I root for the underdog, the person who's behind. So, Genie, you can do this. I always like to see a last-minute lead change. And if we see that today, I'm not going to complain.
And yes, I am living for somebody to beat the game. I am not lying. I think that'd be really friggin' awesome. But we're not going to see it as much as I would like to.
How long is the last level?
Long.
Oh, well, that's not good.
Yeah, I mean, the truth of the fact of the matter is that with those jumps being as butts as they are, you're just not going to see somebody complete it on their first time.
Oh, Okami just got the snowman suplex. Are there any wrestlers with red hair? There have to be, right?
I wouldn't know about them.
Oh,
my proficiency is not in the wrestling domain.
Oh, Sheamus? Of course there would be an Irish wrestler named Sheamus. Like, here's the deal. There's an Irish poet named Seamus Heaney. And I had a whole class about him. And I was like, wow. He's okay, I guess. Genie. Why is Egypt so long?
Yeah, this is going to be a tight window right here.
Like, it's going to be difficult, but technically it's still possible that Genie could move into the lead. I'd say nothing's impossible. It's not over until it's over at this point. Unless Genie does, for some reason, get a game over before time is up.
They have 6 lives and not a lot of time, so they just need to push it.
Yeah, I'm sorry, everybody, for judging Irish poetry and maybe not loving it as much. Actually, Seamus Heaney is a pretty fantastic poet, not gonna lie. But he wrote a lot about, like, the bogmen, the people who were preserved because they got stuck in the Irish bogs.
I'm kind of curious if Genie's going to try the attempt at a quick kill on this boss.
I mean, with 6 lives left, I'd probably give that a shot. You always see the pops as poop. Yes, yeah, basically.
Oh, Genie's going to be trying to do the slow route.
Oh, nope.
Let's see if...
Oh, unfortunately, Suplex Dude is being a bit of a patootie.
Well, what he needs to do is try and kill him when he reaches... Yeah, I see what he did right there.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. Pop, pop, pop. Unfortunately, because Pharaoh Man moves on occasion, makes it a little bit harder to just spam. But, you know, worth doing if you can.
There we go! Oh, man! Oh, man!
What? We've got a minute and a half and possibly, you know, a possibility of a lead change. Everybody hold on to your butts.
Okay, let's see how he does. Oh, man, this is all for Genie to... Don't jump like that! Oh, he's gonna learn the hard way.
Sad day. Okay. 1 minute left. 1 minute left. Genie, no!
Oh, no!
Oh my gosh, these spikes. They're so dumb. Come on. Genie. To the left. No!
No!
That is death. Oh my gosh. Okami died on the spikes to the left there. Genie died before that.
Yep, that's...
Oh my gosh.
That was close, but no cigar.
That was amazingly close, you know. I feel bad, but at the same time, I get excited whenever there's a match that is this close.
Yeah. But I have to give props to Genie. They figured out some stuff, Okami figured out some stuff, and both found their own way to speed up the game. And props to them for doing so.
Oh, yeah. Like, both of them did a fantastic job here. And I don't know. I couldn't be any prouder. And that, as a matter of fact, is time. We are done with this match, NPC.
Woohoo!
Well, as it turns out, Genie, right in the last minute, almost managed to take the lead back, but unfortunately dying just a few tiles to the east of where Okami made it to is what ended up deciding this match. Okami of games takes the victory.
Way to go.
Okay, I'm welcoming them in. Hello
Are
there.
you serious? I really beat Gene?
I know, right? It's blowing my mind. Like, this was absolutely close. Genie, you almost passed Okami just by a few tiles. Okami was ahead of you.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
That close?
Yeah, it
Yes.
was very close.
That's
I'm really sad.
insane.
Like, I think Cadis is going to put together a comparison so that you can see. There we go. That is what happened right
wow.
there.
Yeah, oh my
oh
God,
my
that's really
gosh.
Ugh. Like, it made for a really exciting ending because we're like, is Genie gonna make it? Is Genie gonna pass Okami? And then, the death in the very last minute, it was a little bit sad, but at the same time, because of how exciting it was, I don't know, I loved it.
Yeah.
It was so good.
I missed those two spikes up there.
Well,
For some reason, I missed them.
Well, I know I think I missed both of them my run. Well, I know a few people who were really excited for this match, so I think we delivered Gene by the sound of it.
Yeah.
I think I would have felt better if I was crushed.
What? No.
It's a close game. Just really is like I could have just done a little bit more.
The
So
thing is,
I feel you there.
the thing
Yeah,
is, the last time that we had it, we had one person, I believe it was a group stage match, one person made it to Egypt and didn't even get very far in it. Like, you two blew our expectations out of the water.
Christ. Alrighty. Yeah, I was worried that Gene was gonna take it from me because when I got to, you mentioned that you died on one of those sets of spikes, Gene. I died on two of them in stage 4. I went in with like three or four
Same.
lives.
I had 3
And-
lives as well, and I died to both of the spikes up there.
I have to know though, Gene. Did you find the cheese strat for the first boss?
First boss? No.
So I had this idea when I fought the first boss the first time that I'm like, I'll probably experiment with this on my second run, make a mental note of it. It looked like you could just barely make the gap and get to the other side of the boss, and the boss, as it turns out, doesn't turn around. So if you can do that, you can kind of just stand at the bottom right, face left, keep hitting that fire button until he's dead with no risk.
No,
Yeah.
but Genie found the cheese strat for boss 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Oh, did he? Did he? Dang, nice. Hold on that.
Yeah, it turns out that, you do have to die in order to do it, but if you die and use your iframes and then spam bombs inside the boss's hitbox, it pretty much wrecks the bosses.
Oh, so that was the case for both boss 2 and 3?
Yeah,
Yeah.
3 is a little bit trickier because it jumps around, but it ended up working, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really want to do that anyway, because I was capable of being boss 2 without dying, because I mostly learned strat except for that last run where he decided to just rush me down and wouldn't really give me a good chance to slip past him.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I also didn't want to waste bombs because I liked using them as a source of clearing out upcoming enemies, so that way they don't kill me, since this is a one-hit you're dead kind of game, and any enemies that I can clear out in advance, that makes my life a whole lot easier.
Oh, for sure.
You get a lot of bombs, though.
Yeah, it seemed to vary a bit for me. The single biggest thing I hated about this game were those 2-tile low ceiling jumps, because it feels like you can just barely make them.
Yep.
I actually had fun with this game. You call this a nightmare?
I mean,
I have fun.
here's the deal. Justin still hates me for it. Actually, no, I think he hates NPC for it. NPC?
Okay, so
Yeah.
a personal nightmare then.
Well, what can I say one more thing about level 4?
Sure.
Alrighty.
All those spikes that you had to jump over, you only have like a few pixels to make those jumps. and the level is littered with those jumps.
Oh, goody.
Yeah, so
You-
I was anticipating you all dying very quickly in that level, and I was proven right. But
Yeah.
if you're
Oh,
gonna
do
play,
you-
what?
I know the other thing I hated. This came into play about stage 3. Walls you could pass through. What's up with that?
Well, the funny thing is that if you explore just a little bit, there was one place where you jumped up, went a few ramps, and went up and around. When all you have to do is just clip right through a wall and just jump across a pit.
Oh,
But-
no.
But it's like you really wouldn't know that because you don't think about it when you're, playing it the first time, especially with a race.
Yeah, I saw the so I got to the point with the elevator that takes you up through blocks. When I saw that, I got a bad feeling that that was going to come into play in other parts of the stage, walls you could pass through. And right, like following immediately after that, I got to what is it? There was like the top path seemed like a dead end, but the bottom path had walls that blocked it, but it seemed to lead somewhere, so I got a bad feeling about that. And
Yeah,
then
that's fair
I
enough.
experimented with that, and then at least I figured that out.
Well, I'm just thinking, congratulations, Okami. Genie, you are eliminated from the tournament, but at the same time, be sure to hit me up with your address so I can send you a movie if you would so like, and also Steam games. Just go ahead and message me later on, I believe for round 4. Because you made it all the way to round 4, $25 of Steam games, just contact me. I'll go ahead and get that sorted for you.
All right.
Do you have any final words for your tombstone, by the way?
Weird Dreams is still the worst.
It's true. It's true. Okay.
I could agree with that. I didn't play, and I could agree with that.
I love it.
I will say, I still need to get faithful findings from you.
Oh, yeah. Did you send me your address?
Yeah, I did.
How come I didn't send it?
I don't know.
Sorry.
Well,
I gotta get that neoprene goodness injected into my veins.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
I'm
Presentia, now you can send Gene Fateful Findings and Twisted Pair. It's a 2-for-1 special.
Oh, geez. Neil Breen will love that. Here's the deal. I don't know if he personally sends the movies out, but it is handwritten when you get the package. So I just imagine it's Neil Breen sitting there filling out your address, and that adds a little charm to it.
What a good person neoprene is.
I love him. Okay, well, I think that it's time, unless you have anything else.
I'm gonna fall asleep because I only had 3 hours.
Oh, no.
Good luck on your side of the bracket, NPC, while you're here.
Good luck for both of you, yeah.
It's
Well-
either some girl or Andy as my
Yeah, have
next
fun.
match. So,
Like,
yeah.
I knew Gene was gonna be tough, but you also have it really rough.
Yeah, it's just I just have this like rigged wall to climb, and I don't like any of it.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
you and me both, NPC.
Let's see, I'm trying to remember who you may be facing next.
For me, it's Andy versus some girl. The winner of that faces NPC. The winner of that faces me, I believe.
Oh, geez. Okay, yeah, it's gonna...
So I have a
We're at that
great
point.
bracket in front of me.
Well,
I'm not that scary, NPC.
You're right.
oh, shoot. It looks like Author Blues just decided to raid somebody else, so let's not go raid Author Blues.
What's even the raid message, or is it something from?
Do we
when
have a
you were-
good raid message?
Was it-
CJPM.
What's
I
that?
mean, it could all.
Pop.
For some reason, CJ has a TM next to his name in the manual.
That's beautiful. Elephants are dumb.
What about raiding with Gene's last words?
Weird Dreams is still the worst. Yeah, I like that. Weird Dreams, still the worst. We're gonna go to Glitchwitch, who has also played through Weird Dreams and did speedruns of it. So let's go bother her
Oh
I
saw that.
and let her know that she needs to never play Weird Dreams again. Thank you, both
I
of
can
you.
relate.
Thank you, NPC, as well, for coming and talking during this. This has been a blast, and I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. 2 more matches tomorrow, by the way.
Thank you for the match.
Thank you so much for hosting.
Yeah.
Gene, I hope to see you in Kuso 5.
I'll try to be there.
Yay! All right, everybody, bye!
Bye.